Okay. Hi, everyone. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining today's webinar as usual. To those of you that are here every week, like Jin, how are you? Welcome back. And to those of you that are new, if you're here for the first time, thank you so much for joining us for this webinar and for joining us during our startup journey. We appreciate every single one of you, and we are so excited to have this webinar. So before I move on, let's see. Kuldeep asks, do Akool share user personal photo, video, and generated content? No. So everything you make will be private to you, and we are not allowed to see it. And no one else is allowed to see it. So if you make it, only you can see it. If you delete it, it's completely gone. And then if you make it, delete it, and you ask us to somehow recover it, we can't because we're not allowed to look at it. It's due to privacy concerns. So it's completely private to you. Battlefield vlog. Hi. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Oh, comedy. No, I like the music too. I like it. Okay. So today, so if you are new here and you don't, or if you're new to Akool and you don't know what Akool is a website that boasts 6 amazing AI tools such as face swap, image generation, talking photo, video translation, realistic avatar, and background change. And today, normally I go over at least one of the tools, but today will be a little bit different. We have a very, very special guest today. I'm so excited for you guys to meet him. His name is Efrén Munoz. I hope I said that right. Or a lot of people know him as Yo soy feliz bailando. And I believe that directly translates to I am happy dancing. So how are you? How are you, Efrén? I hope I said your name correctly.
Yes, you say it correctly. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us and giving up 30 minutes to an hour of your time to talk about yourself and talk about your Akool journey.
Yes, and I hope that also people will like the story and the ideas that I have here to share for you, and that after this presentation you will feel empowered to and having more ideas to create content for your social media platforms and being very successful.
Thank you. I'm sure they will. And if you guys have any questions, please ask them. I'll keep an eye in the chat. So if you have any questions about the program itself or for Efren, I will ask him during his little explanation. But before we move on to that, I want to talk about let's see. So Efren is our ambassador and he also uploads to the creator fund. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So this will be very quick. If Efren inspired you, you're like, oh wow, the things he's doing is amazing. I want to do it too. You can do the same thing. You can type in Akool ambassador and the first link should be the one that pops up. If it doesn't, just type in LinkedIn and then it should do the same thing. So Akool is hiring and you could apply to be an ambassador. And as an ambassador, we are asking you to upload 3 videos per month and be a little active in our community, and we will be paying you for your videos. And if you do apply, send me a message in Discord or send us an email at info@akool.com. Sometimes we miss it. So just send me a message and then I'll take a look at it. Besides the ambassador, is the creative fund, which is also very fun. So if you like creating content or if you just like making videos with Akool, might as well share it if you're okay with sharing it. It's very easy. Just make a video. As long as it has the Akool watermark, as you will see with Efren, these videos aren't focused on Akool, but it has the watermark, so it's eligible. But as long as it has the watermark, you can upload it and just publish it and you make income, generate income based on how many views it gets. Here is the amount. So for YouTube, for example, a minimum of 500 views, but you will get $25 per 1,000 views with a max payout of 2,500. And then here are the others: TikTok, YouTube Short, X, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Here are the numbers. Here are some other things you need to keep in mind. For example, it must be in English. And if you somehow get over 1 million views, we will double your payout. And very simply, just click on submit your video. Just follow these very simple questions. Most of them are just yes or no questions, like, is it original? and we will pay you based on your viewer count. So that's it. That's the ambassador program and the creator fund, both very easy ways to make money if you want to. Very fun. And so Efrén does both of these. And with that out of the way, let's go to the fun part. So Efrén, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? So who are you?
Okay, I am a regular guy that lives in Puerto Vallarta. I have been living here for about 20 years. And I started teaching group dance classes in the Zumba format years ago. Right now, I am not a Zumba instructor anymore, but I like to call myself a group dance instructor. So I really enjoy dancing, and it's very interesting because now many social media platforms are about dancing. So, for example, TikTok grew up because of that. So that gives me a certain leverage. As long as in the social media your content is fun and attractive, you will have many chances to be successful. But in my situation, I started my social media or my social platforms like 15 years ago when my
15.
son, yes, around.
Wow.
And teaching for me is a full-time job. But now with the technology and all that, I like to take advantage of the platforms, the technology and all that in order to increase my, how can I say, the people that knows me around the globe, and also finding new ways to monetize myself, selling different stuff, selling my classes online. So even though that my main business is my classes here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, also right now because of social media and all that, also I am earning money through that, and it's very incredible because as long as I am happy doing what I do for living, everything is awesome.
Wow, 15 years ago is a long time.
Yes,
Wait, so
actually
what?
this year is my 15-year anniversary, so
Wow, congratulations.
thank you.
So what made you were you shy when you first started your content creation for dancing? Were you shy a little bit, or were you just very like, oh, this is fun, I love it, I'm just going to keep doing it?
Well, when I started, I was, how can I tell you? Because I was in Zumba, I was in certain way tied up to create content because
Oh.
Zumba has certain policies about creating content for YouTube, Instagram, all that. Because in my opinion, they want to have the monopoly of content creation for dance or for Zumba, but it's something that they cannot, how can I say, manage actually, because there are so many instructors everywhere doing choreographies online, and that's what Zumba is not doesn't want you to do, because they are the ones that wants to do it for you, and they are the ones that wants to sell it instead of that you sell your own. So for a long time I wasn't doing that until I stopped being a Zumba instructor, and I started creating my own stuff, my own brand, my own idea, very different to them. And that's when I started to try to create very attractive content and something that might be a little bit different to others, because there are so many choreographies online and there is so much content online, but I wanted to create my own and trying to attract people that is like me or things similar to me. And I am very lucky that in certain way the numbers are saying that I am attracting a good number of people around.
Wow, that's amazing to hear. Well, I didn't know that about Zumba. That's interesting.
Yes, exactly. So in certain way, I felt like I had chains in my hands and my brain, but
Yeah.
now I am completely free and I am very happy.
Oh, that's so great to hear. And you're doing such a good job, so I guess it worked out in the end. Okay.
Exactly.
So before we move on, I have a question from Alan. For me, does either of the programs work in the UK? Yes, they should work all around the world. So feel free to sign up. And then if Efren, you want to talk about the Creator Fund or Ambassador program anytime throughout this webinar.
Yeah, sure. I think this is time for me to go through the video that I have for you, or the
Oh, okay, perfect.
presentation.
Yeah.
I think this is the perfect moment for doing that. So I am going to share this video that I have here, and I think it's done. Okay, so that's my channel in YouTube. Yo soy feliz bailando. Please, to all the people that is watching this video, go and follow me at any social media that you like the most. I am in all 4 of them. I am in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, the 4 of them, okay? So you can follow me, and the majority of them has the same content. That's my strategy. I try to do the same content for all of them, but sometimes I add extra stuff, longer stuff to this one. This is like the main one, the one that is in YouTube, and actually is the one that I had been monetizing since several years ago. But now that my numbers increase, the monetization through creating content over there is getting better every month. So I am very lucky for doing that. So this is it. And as you can see, I'm here. I'm going to show you in this video that I started creating, or I opened my channel in 2007. That's when I started the channel. But as I told you, I wasn't uploading as much content because, as I told you, I was tied up in certain way. And I didn't want it to break the rules, even though that everybody was breaking those anyway. So that's a long time ago. That's an old story. And I started creating or learning more about creating content because of my son. That's his channel. The name of the channel is Santi Plays. And he wanted to become a YouTuber like in 2000. Let's see, because over here is also the year. We started in 2013. I think he was about like 5 or 6 years old, and he wanted to become a YouTuber. So I helped him out. We started to do online videos of gameplays, something like this I'm going to show you right now. The most popular is this one right here, that we are playing an Xbox game. That's me and my son over there in the corner. So that's it. That's the main point of that we were father and son playing a Mexican wrestling video game. So that started to increase our numbers, and we were very similar. At a certain point, he had like 6,000 people as a followers, and I had 7, and it stayed like that for many years. And over here, I am showing you right now my Instagram before I started to become viral. And as you can see, my content was a little bit of everything, but you mainly, as you can see, you will see that I just had like pictures and pictures and pictures, and not so many videos, and pictures and pictures. So it wasn't that attractive. It was just mainly to share the people that was attending my classes locally, and maybe they were sharing that to their friends, and that's it. But it wasn't that attractive in those times. And that's when it came like the breakthrough of my viral video in October 2022. That's when I started to become viral because of this. Let me show you. This is the video that viral. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first one that started to have like great numbers. And as you can see, it was attractive because it was a video. I was dancing, and I was presenting that in a local TV show. So maybe that also gave an extra message to the people that was watching it. And this one was even better. This is like the second video that became viral, and this one started to have like even better numbers. And maybe because I don't never know about the algorithm, but I try to do my research and try to fit what the algorithm wants. And this one had better sound quality because I had the microphone over there in my shirt, and my voice was clearer, and also the music was also in the background edited, so you can see. Take a look. Here it comes.
Oh yeah, I
¡Grito!
can see the difference. I can-
Mira, mira. Ya que un piecito, mira. Eso, vamos al otro. Otra vez, mira bien, es la faldita. Vamos de lado. Y la vueltecita, mira. Sabor. Vamos del otro. ¡Au! Ahí va el cambio, en un pie, mira, mira. Y aquí queda 4. Ahí va el otro. So the story for that video was that let me just stop the sharing a little bit. The story of that video was mainly my wife's idea, because she told me about this song that was very popular in the social media, La Cumbia Buena. That's by a Mexican band that is from my local town, my hometown in Puebla. So she told me, hey, hear this song, and I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. You know, I have that feeling. I felt the swag since the first time. But it was very popular because Madonna was dancing it, and also the Kardashians. But they used an effect. They used an effect that they were like waves that they just put their hands like this, and automatically all the video was like waving. So it looked like they were dancing. But I was like, no, I want to create this, but with real dance. So that's how I became with the idea of that like dolphin move.
Oh.
So it was very funny. So that's how you start to create, to take your creative knowledge or everything that is in your head and put it into content, and it caught the audiences. And I also realized that it caught a lot of audiences in Latin America, because many people from Colombia, Venezuela, Chile, you know, down South America, they started to comment, oh, that's lovely, great song, everything. So it started to grow up my online audience in all my social networks, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. All of them started to grow because of that video. And there was a time that I got stuck. I got stuck because in one of my content, I was like giving a sermon or a lecture to people, and that was not the type of content that people was willing to hear from me. So they stop following me, and maybe the algorithm says, hey, you know, this guy is not showing good stuff actually, so let's put a stop on him. So my numbers got stuck for like 8 months. So let's go back to the story. Yes, I got like that for a very, very long time. But I also wanted to show you here in the video that after that, after I became viral, I started to figure out a little bit more how my content should watch or should be seen, or to have my own taste, my own flavor, my own dynamics, the use of colors. And as you can see, everything started to change. As you can see, I started to use lots of videos. And also, it's very important for me to have a nice thumbnail. As you can see, you can see it very easily what the video is all about, and usually they come in the color that I like to wear for my brand, my personal brand, that is Yo Soy Feliz Bailando. So I just wanted to show you that after that I started to create my own taste, or my own style. So as I told you, I got stuck in for example, in Instagram, I reached 444,000 followers, and it stopped over there for like 8 months. And then I had I saw this content that I'm going to show you, that you can find this video in my YouTube channel. ¿Cómo cambio mi cara usando inteligencia artificial? That means how I change or how I swap my face using artificial intelligence. So over there is this story.
Un video que me llamó mucho la atención fue uno de Instagram con el cuerpo de Luis.
Okay, so this is the story how the idea of swapping my face started. I saw this video of this content creator called Carlos Muñoz, very similar to my last name, Carlos Muñoz. And he was showing this very popular singer in Mexico. His name is Luis Miguel. He's the most famous singer in Mexico. And he made a face swap. Over here, I just show you the picture. This is not a video, but he was using a real video. Take a look.
Miguel, pero con la cara del máster.
So that's the face of the creator. So he had a beard and all that, and he was like singing. I was like, oh, that's so much fun. I want to do something very similar. So I started to
Carlos Muñoz.
doing my research online, trying to find how to do it. And I found this video online from cinecom.net, and it says, this free AI tool will change deepfakes forever. And when I use a new technology, I don't want to waste my time with technologies that are not useful. So this video saved me lots of time, because he did the research and he made a conclusion that Akool was the best face swapper technology. So that's why I chose.
Done. But how does it look? Can a simple tool like this pull off a convincing deepfake? Well, yes, it.
So over here we have different deepfakes technologies, and in the conclusion of that video, he said that face swap from Akool was the best one. So that convinced me, and I went directly to starting using Facebook for that idea. So let me continue.
Does wow? Just look at this, guys. And yeah,
So also, I like to read the comments of my audiences. I am very into that, trying to understand what they want, what they like, what they are used to see. And they start to comment a lot this sentence: mañana lo sube Rubén Tuesta. That means Rubén Tuesta, that's the name of a TikToker, is going to upload this tomorrow. Because there was this trend saying that he was copying another content creator jokes, and he did it by himself. So they say, oh, he's just copying. So they start to say this sentence all the time: mañana lo sube Rubén Tuesta. That means that tomorrow Rubén Tuesta will show the same stuff, but with his face. So I was like, who is Rubén Tuesta? And then I started to read my research, and I found out that it was this TikToker, and I found this story. So I say, okay, so I am going to use his face, because many people is commenting that Rubén Tuesta was going to do my dancing. So that's what I did. I used the Akool technology to create this video over here, and over here right now it has 1.1 million views.
Y aquí, este piecito, nos lleva y agregamos el otro.
So it's the same video that became viral the year ago, but I wanted to create this as the year celebration of becoming viral. So as I show you, the face right now is from Rubén Tuesta, and this is using Akool technology. Let me show you.
Y las solitas. ¡Grito! Mira. Ya que un piecito, mira. Eso, vamos al otro. Otra vez, mira bien, es la faldita. Vamos de lado. Y la vueltecita, mira. Sabor. Vamos del otro. ¡Au! Ahí va el cambio, en un pie, mira.
So, this video, this idea, this hinge that I had broke the lock that I had been imposed from Instagram, and again my numbers starts to go to the roof, and they start to increase again. So let me see what's next over here in the presentation. So as I told you, my strategy is to put the same content, the same short, less than 1 minute videos in all my social networks, and I never know which one is going to be the best. I never know. And as you can see over here, in Instagram it had 1 million views, and in TikTok it reached 6.4 million views. So I was like, wow, I have to continue using this. Take a look and let me show you. It's over here. This is in TikTok. I think I'm going to show you also in Facebook. Let me see. Now this is YouTube. This is a YouTube short, and over there it has 3.5 million views. And in Facebook, let me show you, it has 1.8 million views. So all of them, they reach more than 1 million views. So great numbers for getting the attention of people. So I say, this was a great strategy. I'm going to continue doing it. And let me show you what I started to do it. As I told you, I like to listen my community. I start to read the comments, and every time that they say that I look like someone else, that was the hint. I was like, okay, so the next one I shall use that face, or that person's face, and swap it into my videos. And let me show you. So I started to creating, for example, they say that I look like Andres Iniesta. That's a Spanish football player. He won the World Cups and he's very well known everywhere. And they say that I look alike. So I was like, okay, let's do a face swap with him. And for example, here is another one with Ruben Tuesta. Over here is, where is it? Like El Vitor, that's a Mexican comedian. Over here is Daniel Noboa in the center. Daniel Noboa is the president of Ecuador. And people, when I read the comments and they are like, is he really? You know, many of them, they cannot find the difference, even though the leaks looks weird that the president is dancing in a sleeve shirt stuff and he looks like me, and they're like, is he? And some people, they don't even read the description and they think that is the president, and they start to say, thank you, president, for everything. Or other people start to say, hey, I don't like the way that you handle the Ecuador government and all that. So it's very interesting how people is reacting. So let's continue. What else I have? I think I have another face over here. For example, Dr. Albuja, that's a physician or a medical doctor in Ecuador also, and they say that I look alike. So take a look, 1.5 million views. So that helps me out to attract new people everywhere, and maybe they will like my content and they will stay there and they will start to follow me. So that's my strategy, creating this entertaining content that I do. Okay, so let's continue for what's next. And now, for example, Andres Iniesta over here is at the corner. That's the thing that I'm doing right now because it has already caught an interesting audience in TikTok mainly. There are so many TikTok followers, or many followers in TikTok for Andres Iniesta. But as you can see over here, his name is misspelled on purpose because it's not the real Andres Iniesta. It's Andres Iniesta. Artificial intelligence. So this is like my character that I created because the real one doesn't dance.
That's very creative.
Yes, in certain way, dancing has helped me during the years to have a creative mind because I'm always creating choreographies, ideas. So it's a brain exercise that I really completely encourage people to dance because it has so many great benefits. And this is one of those, being very creative. Okay, so right now I am doing that, and it has helped me out also to achieve great numbers in my social media. For example, this one that is over here, Get Amazed by Andres Iniesta dancing, bailando la culebrítica. That is my wife over there also with me over here at this corner of my house. Take a look to it. It's very fun.
Y llegó el baile que todos esperaban, la culebrítica con el grupo 5. Para todos los piratas. Sa, 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 moviendo el cuerpito, sa, 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 moviendo el cuerpito, sa, sa, sa. Tumba, tumba, tumba tu cuerpo para arriba, para abajo, para un lado, para el otro, para atrás, para adelante y mueve tu cuerpo. Mueve tu cuerpo.
So this video was inspired in another great TikToker choreography or trend viral video that became very trendy everywhere, and he has a great amount of followers. His name is Miguelito Peru. He's a great dancer, very similar to me, that we are not professional dancers, but we love to dance and to imitate other dancers. And we have the skills and we take advantage of it. So I took inspiration from here. I created this and people got crazy. And I started to get also, as I told you, great numbers for spectators. And recently I created this one because, as I told you, I read my audience. I take a look to what they comment, and they were always commenting or saying or writing, mi pueblo no se toca. That means you don't touch my hometown, or you don't misuse it. Or it's a joke that they use a lot of in TikTok, because there used to be you will see in my background, my television or my TV, that there is a comic or cartoon, and that's Andres Iniesta, and that cartoon became very popular a long time ago, and people continue remembering that. So because of that, I imitated that cartoon with the face swapping of Andres Iniesta. And as I told you, I also got great numbers over here, 4.2 millions. And let's watch it. Okay, so I'm not going to show you right now the video that I did at the end. I'm going to show you the process of how I create this type of video. For example, everything starts with an idea. I start to develop it in my head. I write it down, whatever. And then I start to set up everything, my camera, everything, and the setup. And as you can see at the bottom, I put my YouTube plaque because it also gives me like a certain type of credibility to people. It's like, oh, he has a plaque, so let's see what he has. And this is my raw recording. Take a look. Over there, I made a mistake, but I will show you why. So I finished. And I make a second or third or several takes, until I reach the one that I like. Let me show you. Okay, so that was better than the other one. And then I go to another tool that is called InShot in my cell phone. I love that one to edit my videos. And then I start to create, as you can see, I have several files of how I edit this content. And for example, in the first one, I start to choose among my footage which one looks better, which one is I dance without mistakes and all that, and I express what I need to express, and I start to do the editing in certain way that it doesn't look that they are different videos, and you will notice. Take a look. So over here I have the cuts down there, and I start to do zoom in, zoom out to maintain people. Over there is like boom. Now I have the leg in the front. And there I had it. You know, I was happy with that. I exported as just one file, and then I uploaded that one into the Akool platform. Let's see. Over there, that is the face swap tool. I have it over there. It's very simple. It's just one face, so it just detected one face. I already have the faces that I have used in previous videos over there, down there, and you will see that I have the Andres Iniesta face over there. Let's see. There it is. That's the one that I like to use. I put it. I press the high quality face swap, and there we go. I just double check, and boom. I have, you know, after a few minutes, I got the email. I just press it. I go do other stuff, and then I am just waiting for the email telling me that it's done. I go online again. I download it, and here we go. Okay, so it's already there. It's fine. But what needs is like an extra sharpening. That is as I told you, the thumbnail. So I create the thumbnail also in InShot, and I add the music. I, for example, do a screen recording for the video in YouTube for that. How I told you, the cartoon. Take a look. I'm going to show you right now. I recorded the screen in order to get the audio. Here it is. That's the cartoon.
Si pudiera ir con Fuentadilla al mundial a la otra selección, le van a dar.
Boom.
Pues mi pueblo no se toca.
Toca.
Okay, so I got the audio. I put it as a layer in my video. I match
Me
it,
vuelve la
synchronize it,
cabeza.
Loca.
and that's it. And that's how I create high quality videos.
Toca.
Que paciencia tengo poca.
Poca.
Si no callas de una vez la
Boca.
se me vuelve la cabeza.
Loca.
And over here in the comments, you can say that people is saying in Spanish, I thought it was Iniesta. And the second one says, I really believe it was Iniesta.
Loca.
So that's the process. That's what I wanted to share to you. And as you can see, it's just maybe for you to have an idea of what to create is like, ask people, who do you look alike, a famous people, and maybe you can start from that and being that deep fake of that person, because there are so many other content creators like the fake Tom Cruise and the fake Leonardo and the fake Putin and the fake Joe Biden. So you can be the next one and create a fun content. And also my advice will be like having a strategy, because just creating a content, maybe you will monetize in certain social networks like YouTube after you achieve several spectators and running time and stuff like that. But it won't be that great amount of money. It's a nice payment, but it's not that awesome. You have to find, this is a good way to attract people to what you do, and then you can create educational content, and that's your real business. So try to match those, and that might help you to improve your audiences, your numbers, and achieve new customers. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to do right now, having like a half and half entertaining, half educational. And right now with these artificial intelligence tools, we have so many other ways to improve our content. For example, how about educational not only in your native language? How about translate it into another language, trying to target new audiences? So Akool is giving me great tools for creating that. And also, when I created these Ruben Tuesta and Andres Iniesta videos, after, it was just by surprise that I got the information that I was able to get being part of the creator fund, and I applied for that. And then what I remember one morning that I was like, what is this payment about? And it was Akool that was like, wow, I felt like a real YouTuber, TikToker, that I was really paid for the worth of my job, of my creating job. So that encouraged me a lot into continue using the Akool tools. And also after a few months, also the ambassador program started. So I was like, I have to be part of this. So here I am talking to you, and I feel very blessed to be part of it. And also I am very blessed or flattered in order to share with you what I have lived through this amazing story with Akool.
Wow, thank you, Efrén. Your explanation was so fun. It drawn me in so much. I was supposed to think of questions as you talked, but I was so drawn in that I just couldn't. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was just so focused on your storytelling. That was so interesting. Thank you.
I'm glad.
I'm so happy that the Creator Fund worked out for you too.
Yes.
That's very since it's still the Creative Fund and the Ambassador Program are still a bit new. So it's so amazing to hear that it's working out for you and hopefully other creators too. And then I did want to mention at the very beginning, you did say that when you first started the channel, it was years and years and years of nothing going on. And I love the fact that you did not give up. And I find that so inspiring. And I'm hoping that everyone watching that I'm hoping that this inspires them too, because this is the same for 99% of other creators. They're going to be stuck at some point for months or years like you, but all it takes is perseverance. Is as long as you don't give up, then maybe I'm sure you'll be able to grow as much as Efren did. It's all about perseverance. So I hope this is inspiring. I know it inspired me. I sometimes try to create content myself, but recently I haven't been doing it. I've been feeling lazy or feeling like I should give up. But this inspired me too. So thank you, Efen. That's
pleasure.
amazing. I appreciate it. So I did want to say that while you were talking, someone said, "Wow, this is excellent," and someone even mentioned that the things that you were saying gave him some ideas.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
this is about inspiration. Yeah, because the same way I got inspired by other content creators as Carlos Munoz, I get so many ideas everywhere. I try to, as I say, create something new, because artificial intelligence is a tool. But what I have I try to read and do my research and trying to find the ways to improve and all that. And they say that as a tool, it needs to have a creative mind. And that's when the humans, we got into it and use those awesome tools because it helps us out to do our jobs faster. And artificial intelligence is here to stay. And there we go. We have to use it in order to achieve our goals faster, better, and smarter. That way it's intelligence, smart.
Exactly. No, that's a great way to put it. Okay, so before we move on, I am going to send out the Google form that the viewers can fill out right now. I will have it open for 5 minutes. It should be sent in the chat. Please let me know if you can't open it for some reason. But very simple questions, just your name, your Akool email, what you would like to see for the next webinar, and any feedback for this one. But that one's optional, so you do not need to fill that part out. But please fill it out now if you are here to receive your 200 credits. I will keep it open for 5 minutes. And while this is happening, Damien, it's okay if you're late. You're right on time for the credits. But while you guys are filling it out, we are going to move on to the Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions for either of us, please ask them now. But while they're filling it out, I have some questions. Let's see. So, what's next for your channel, actually? Are you going to continue doing this, or do you have any new ideas that you want to try out?
For sure, because as I told you, this has helped me out to attract new sectors, new niche, new people. And I just trying to encourage them into have a better lifestyle, more active, because we have to find a balance between all this technology and our bodies that needs to move. So that's why it's very interesting that even though that the cell phones and technology had made us a little bit more sedentary, also this technology can push us or motivate us into move. So that's what I'm trying to do. And that's why right now my strategy, as I told you, is like trying to do half and half entertaining, half motivating, half educating. And this is what the way that I do my business is obviously I'm selling online classes for dance. And I teach from the very basic in order to how to synchronize with the music. I have a great video online in YouTube explaining how to take a group dance class, because many people is shy to get into one. So I'm trying to give them the confidence and see how easy it is. It's just to have a good explanation of how to start moving, and that can change your the life of the people like it changed mine. Because before dancing, I opened my own small deli restaurant here in Puerto Vallarta, and I broke. And I broke because that wasn't my passion. My passion was dancing, and I realized that when I was working. And then I closed the business, and I started to, as I told you, to do my income through dancing. So I am very happy because of that. And that's why I want to share with the people the great benefits of dancing among my community. You know, my community has achieved great benefits, especially emotional and mental, and obviously physical.
Oh, I didn't know that you tried to open a deli.
Yes, before,
how
yeah.
long? How long? Well, how long did you try to keep it open for? And then when did you decide that it could not?
I think less than 2 years, and I closed it because, as I told you, it was like a nightmare. I studied. I have a bachelor degree, a business administration, BA in hotel and restaurant management. But I completely lied to myself during those times, thinking that was my passion. So I am very lucky that through this thing that I do now, I have found purpose and meaning to my job. So that's overwhelming.
Sorry.
I feel very blessed to that I found my this job.
No, I'm so happy you found it too. You led an interesting life. Okay, before we go on, I'm going to be closing the Google form in less than a minute, so please finish filling it out. Let's see.
And I actually, it's very interesting that the first video, the very first video, I used my free credits.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, wait, that's perfect. Oh, I'm glad we're doing the free credits then. So maybe
yes,
someone else will have this opportunity.
exactly.
Okay. When you first started Akool, did you expect anything from it? Or
No, as I told you, when you open the creator fund, I was like, wow, that's, it found me at the perfect moment. It was like a great gift from the creator.
wow.
So yes, I didn't thought that I was going to be so involved with Akool, and that it was going to give me so much how can I tell you, I don't know if to say like leverage or like a great tool to attract new audiences in my social media. It has been an amazing journey.
Oh, I'm glad it worked out in the end. Okay, I'm going to be closing the Google form. It should have been enough time, but okay. So with that out of the way, let's see. Oh, Jin says, please try to award credits before Monday. Yeah, so we try to award them tonight or by tomorrow, but we do have to do this manually. So sometimes it takes a little longer.
It's
Someone else has to do it. If I could do it, I would do it right after the webinar. But I have to wait for the engineer to do it, and he's very busy. He has to do like a lot of other things. So
you
we
have
apologize if it takes a little long, but we will try to get it to you by tomorrow, just Monday the latest. Let's see. Is it okay to have a YouTube channel to change the face or content? No problem with copyrights? No, it should be completely fine. I guess Efren is a perfect example of him creating dancing videos with famous people's faces swapped onto his own face, but it seems to be working out fine, right?
especially if it's your content. As you can see, I am the one that is dancing. But
Exactly.
yeah, for example, if I take someone else footage and I put my face or something, that will be, maybe that person is going through YouTube to try to say, hey, that's my content, and please download it, take it away. So it's better to do your own. Or, for example, I have done so many jokes using like those movie posters of people that are, friends of mine, that they look like an actor, and I take the poster and I put my friend's face over there and I send it to them, and it's a great joke. And you can do
Oh,
the same, for example, for movies. If you are able to record the a small part of the movie and swap in the face and send it to a friend as a how to say, inside joke. It really it's really fun.
No, that's so creative. Wait, I thank you for being in this webinar. You were such a fun storyteller.
I'm glad. That I
Yeah, a lot of people are getting inspired. You got a new follow,
Oh,
so
thank you. Yes, please follow me. So, yo soy feliz bailando. I am happy dancing.
yeah, very happy. I can talk. You even talk happy. You're making me happy
Oh,
talking.
I'm
Very
glad. I'm
contagious.
glad. I'm blessed.
Okay, then with that, I believe that is the end of the webinar, unless there are some last questions. Can you put
Yes,
a
take
channel link in the
advantage.
chat? Yes. Or okay, let's see. Yo soy feliz bailando.
Yes, everywhere. TikTok,
All right.
YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. The one that you like, I am there.
Oh, do you have a website? I see at yosoyfelizbailando.com.
Yes. I am not sure if it's working right now, because
Oh, yeah, it
I am
doesn't.
in the, yeah, but it's my, I have the domain, so
Buenas tardes, bienvenidas,
Okay. Then let me grab your YouTube channel and then send it.
and also to add it in the description of this webinar later.
Yeah, I can do that too. I'll do it right after the webinar.
Appreciate.
And then here is his Instagram. Okay.
Yes, and also another, yes, use all the tools that you have available, and I completely, you know, I don't know how they say it in English, but the one that I use for face swapping is Akool, is the best one. And as you can see, I use another tool, for example, InShot, in order to edit. And you can, that's part of the human mind, to use all those tools that you have handy and create your own stuff, and you will see the results.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm editing the description right now. Okay, so let's see.
Maybe another thing that I am planning for the I told you in an email, I am planning on translating many of my content into another language that make target new audiences. So that's but that takes time. So that's why I have not done it, but that's in my mind, you know, to translate myself. And I think that, you know, Akool is always improving and improving. And I see that maybe also there's going to be a faster way in the future to do it. So, but that's in my head, to translate my content into another language.
Oh, yeah, wait, that's a great idea. I hope that works out for you.
Yes.
Okay, wait, just to make sure I'm trying to put in your links. It's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and what was the last one?
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then with that out of the way, let's see. Yeah, you got a new subscriber apparently from Rahul. Okay.
Thank you so
Then-
much.
Oh, interesting. Someone says that because in several countries in Europe, there is a law. So using other people's face in social media can be sentenced. I did not know that.
Wow.
That's scary. Please.
For example, right now in Instagram, in TikTok, and YouTube, now in the configuration, it asks me if I have used artificial intelligence. So I press yes, obviously.
Yeah.
And also in all my description, in all the, you know, the watermark is showing that I am using artificial intelligence, because the purpose of my video is not to lie to people, it's to entertain through like a joke, like it's impersonating through technology.
Yeah. No, that's a perfect way to put it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if you're in a foreign country, or if you're in a country with those laws, please be careful. I don't want you to get in trouble for using Akool. But again, Efren, thank you so much for joining today. This turned out a lot better than I thought it would. You were a great storyteller. It was so much fun listening to your story, how you became who you are today. Very inspiring. I hope you inspired a lot of other people. It seems like they enjoyed watching you as well. So let's see. All right, someone said these laws will change as the future of AI is. Yeah, I hope they're probably going to change, hopefully. But any last words, Efren?
Well, as I told you, artificial intelligence is going to be here to stay. Obviously, we have to follow the rules, because rules are there in order to maintain the way we how we relation with others. And as I told you, we have to adapt to that, and we also have to take advantage of them in order to do our jobs faster, more appealing. So as I have always said that, yes, obviously, because it's new, people might be afraid, but as long as you use it correctly, you are changing the world. So go for it.
Yeah. Someone said make Eugene dance as well and get him on your channel. I don't think, I'm not a dancer, so I don't think I'll ever do it. But it's a fun idea.
In my body, you will look more tan. And with, you know, I will have to wear a wig because I don't have that much hair.
No, you look great. You look great. Okay. Okay. Then thank you, Efren. This was very fun. I had a lot of fun with this webinar.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on. Okay, then with that being said, next week's webinar, I'm not sure what time it is yet. It's going to be about API. So if you want to learn about API, please join us for next week's webinar. As always, 200 credits will be gifted to the attendees. And I want to do, since I know, Rahul, you keep asking for 10 a.m. I want to do 10 a.m., but since I will be having another guest on, and he will be the focus of the webinar again, since I don't really know how the API works, the timing will be more for him, his schedule. After next week, I will try to do 10 a.m. But for next week, I'm not sure what time it will be at, but it will be API, so please join us again. So thank you, Efren. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. I hope everyone else has a great day. I know, Rahul, it's your night, so have a good night to you and other people. Thank you. I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Thanks.